What's the most miraculous rescue you've ever personally witnessed? I'm an ER doctor in a major city hospital, and about 4 years ago, I witnessed something that still gives me chills every time I think about it. I've seen a lot working in emergency medicine, tragedy, chaos, luck, but this was different. A 19-year-old girl was brought in after a horrific car accident. It was one of those no way she makes it situations. She'd been ejected from the vehicle, had multiple areas of blunt force trauma, internal bleeding, a collapsed lung, fractures in both legs, a skull fracture, and her heart had already stopped twice in the ambulance before she ever reached our doors. When she arrived, she was barely hanging on. Her blood pressure was nearly unreadable. Her pupils were fixed and dilated. She was gray, cold, and unresponsive. Blood was everywhere. So much blood that we couldn't even tell where it was all coming from at first. Her oxygen levels were crashing despite maximum support. The trauma bay went dead silent for a moment, which almost never happens. My attending looked at me, then quietly said, "Call the family. We're losing her." I remember feeling like we were already too late, like we were just performing the steps because we couldn't stomach the idea of giving up. But the trauma team didn't stop. We were trained for this chaos. Compressions, intubation, units of blood flowing in, chest tubes placed, meds pushed. There was shouting, alarms blaring, hands moving in every direction. Her heart stopped again. Someone shocked her. Then again. Every time we got her rhythm back, it faded. I caught myself wondering if we were trying to save someone who was already gone. Then, out of nowhere, her heart started beating on its own. Weak, uneven, but real. We froze for half a second, staring at the monitor like we didn't trust what we were seeing. And then we got back to work, fast. Her pressure began to rise. Her pupils reacted to light. We stabilized her just enough to get her to the OR. It felt like we'd pulled her back from the edge by sheer force of will. She was in surgery for over 6 hours. Multiple teams worked on her. Vascular, neuro, ortho. I remember someone saying, "We don't save patients like this. Not with numbers like that." But she made it through the night. And then another. We warned the family she might not wake up. That if she did, she could have permanent brain damage. After everything her body had been through, we had no idea how her brain had survived. 3 days later, she opened her eyes. Not just awake, aware. She spoke in full sentences. She was confused at first, but she remembered the accident, the ambulance, even the sound of the sirens. She looked around the room and thanked us. Then she said names, actual names. Staff members who'd spoken to her while she was unconscious. I still don't know how. Her father, who'd told us he was a physics professor and lifelong atheist, just broke. I watched this man crumble in front of me. He pulled me aside, and all he could say was, "I don't believe in miracles, but I can't explain this." She walked out of the hospital 3 weeks later. No deficits, no wheelchair, nothing but a few scars. Every year since, she sends us a thank you card on the anniversary of her accident. Last year's card had a photo of her in a cap and gown, smiling wide, holding her college diploma.